Welcome to Big Boys Breakfast Club, episode 9. Did I say Claude? I am visibly flustered, Bill, as you can probably tell by the intro. That messing up. Seems whenever I turn on the internet, that's when problems happen. But we're here, Big Boys Breakfast Club, episode 9, with my co-host Bill Leach, and as always, we are sponsored by the Fawn Squad. Go check them out.
Check them out. Thank you, Fawns.
They got the Ryder Cup happening soon. That'll start as soon as we find the two playing people. Coleman and I had it, Bill, and we let it slip through our fingers. It was an epic collapse. We got too complacent, and we just went down the hill, man.
Sounds like the Celtics.
So sorry about your Celtics, buddy.
Yeah, what can you do? It's a bad time to be a Boston sports fan. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. What? Oh. Boo-hoo. Boo fucking who, Bill?
We haven't won a championship in like 6 years. It's really hard.
Bill, the Pacers have never won a championship. Well, they did in the ABA, but in the NBA, they've never won a championship.
Oh, I mean, none of my team. The Celtics won like 2. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, 2 years ago, the Celtics won. I lied to you. Never mind.
You son of a bitch. You know what happened last year?
I do.
We almost won. Could have won. And then Tyrese Halliburton just tore his Achilles. That's the life of an Indiana sports fan, Bill.
Well, I'm very sorry. You won a couple Super Bowls back in the Peyton Manning era.
We won one Super Bowl. We lost the second one because the onside kick in the second half went off. I forget his fucking name, but it went off his helmet like a Hank Basket. Hank Basket.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Went off Hank Basket's stupid ass head. And we lost that. And this is in a long line and litany of shit that has happened to an Indiana sports fan. I was in Indianapolis when Gordon Hayward missed that half-court shot that bounced off the back of the rim. And Butler didn't win. I've witnessed tragic malice at the Palace. We were the best team in the NBA, and then tragedy struck. Ron Artest decided to just get in a fight, although it wasn't really his fault. I think that was coordinated by the Pistons because they knew they couldn't beat the Pacers in the playoffs. And then Hank Basket, Tyrese Halliburton tearing his Achilles. I'm super pumped for next year. We're about to maybe have the number 1 pick. We're going to get DeBonsa. So it's going to be Halliburton, Nembhard, DeBonsa, Siakam, and Zubac, which is probably one of our formidable lineups in the Eastern Conference. But I can't wait to see how that's going to get
foreign sounding roster I've ever heard.
Oh, we're going international.
Someone will tear something, probably.
Oh, of course they will. So somehow my heart will get broken next year. But congratulations on winning 2 years ago, and I'm so sorry that you didn't get to experience a championship this year. You guys got to see UConn in the NCAA championship. Boston made the playoffs. The Pacers didn't. Congratulations, Bill. That's just fantastic. But the reason we're talking about this is Bill and I have been doing this show for a while, and we never really
I
got to know each other.
It's been very tough.
Hold on. Well, it seems you were so enamored by my speech that you just decided to disappear.
I needed a moment.
Thank you for opening the wound. That was a great wound.
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah. But the reason we're talking about our hometowns and our hometown sports is because Bill and I, like I said, have been doing this podcast for a while, and we haven't really got to know each other's states. I'm from Indiana. Bill is from Rhode Island, and it's 2 different food scenes, 2 totally different cultures. So today we're going to explore that. We're going to explore the farm and the beach and see how that goes. Bill, what do you want to say about Rhode Island?
Rhode Island is people, especially in Massachusetts, are going to disagree, but that's because they're stupid. Rhode Island has some of the best food I've had in the country. I think we have, Boston. Everyone knows Boston. And I will say, Boston has more restaurants. Providence has better restaurants. Johnson Wales University, one of the best culinary schools in the country, is in Providence. And a lot of them stay in open restaurants. So the food here is very good, despite what Boston people will tell you because they've never come down here. We have some unique foods that you can only get in Rhode Island. That's kind of what I'm going to be sharing today. Things you can only get in Rhode Island, or some of it's leaked into like Massachusetts, but for the most part, just Rhode Island. Some of it's a little different. Some of it's a little, or like kind of like familiar but different. But I think that any of you who are ever in New England, you would be making a mistake if you didn't stop somewhere in Rhode Island to get some food.
I love that. And when I talk about Indiana, I think I want to break the stigma of it's not a very food-heavy place. It is a food-heavy place, and it's a land of chain restaurants that Bill's very jealous of. But it also has good food. And the way Bill and I thought we were going to do this is we were going to both prepare long presentations to each other. And that's going to be great. But we figured we have a bunch of photos that we uploaded that highlight what our favorite things are about each state. And I'm just going to randomly click it. And whoever's it is, they get to talk about that. So I think that's the best way to do this.
Yeah, and we're going to do our best to describe the pictures to you, for those who are listening on the podcast feeds. But we do encourage you, if you are interested to see what we're talking about, also check us out on our YouTube feed.
Bill, you're a goddamn professional. You are a pros pro.
Pros pro, baby.
Like without this, I would just be floating in the ether, just rambling about stuff. You pull it all back together. You drive the boat home. The car home, row the boat home, whatever you want to say. Just well done. I give you your flowers.
Thank you. I would hate to deny anybody just seeing these delicious foods that we're about to talk about.
Yeah, they are very delicious. I'm saying that sarcastically because I don't even know what some of yours are, to be completely honest. We'll get to that when we get to that. But I'm just going to click random picture. Whatever shows up, shows up. Are you ready, Bill?
So I'm born ready.
Let's learn about each other. That's a working title. That's a crappy title. But picture one.
Oh, okay. My favorite. All right. So what we have here, my favorite of the bunch, hot wieners. Shout out to the Hot Wieners Show, or RIP to the Hot Wieners Show. I don't know if it's on anymore. I miss it. I love it. But so the picture here is just a line of wieners up a man's arm. Let me explain to you what hot wieners are. Hot wieners are Rhode Island. Hot wieners are a Rhode Island specific thing. They are not hot dogs, before you ask. They are a sausage that's made out of pork and veal. It comes from only one place. I believe it's called Rhode Island Provisions or something like that. There's only one place in the country that make them, and all the wiener joints in Rhode Island buy it from the same place, though they come in a couple different forms. But so it's like, for those of you who can't see the picture, so it's a natural casing sausage of sorts. It looks kind of like a hot dog, but it's got like an orange tint to it. The ones in the picture have the ends cut off. Some of them do have closed ends. It's on a bun with yellow mustard, onions, celery salt, and a meat sauce.
I'd also like to point out, just real quickly for the people listening at home, that Bill said the wieners come in a natural casing. As you can see in the picture, you cannot see a fucking wiener in this picture. It is top.
You can see the ends.
You can see the tip, just the tip.
Yeah, just the tip, just to see how it feels, just to see how it tastes.
But Bill's describing this illustrious wiener wrapped in a natural casing, and the reality is you're looking at a multitude of buns topped in chili and onions.
It is not chili. It is, so that I want to dispel that rumor right away. It is not chili. It is meat sauce. So it does not taste like chili. Depending on where you get, like, most of the ingredients are similar, but depending on where you get it, it will taste different. And it can be anything from like very cumin forward to very paprika forward. The only similarity to chili is that it vaguely looks like chili if you look quick, but it is not chili, I assure you. And then, you have the onions and the celery salt. And most of these exist in restaurants that are called New York systems. And the reason they're called New York systems was just two reasons. One, because they originated from Greek immigrants to Providence, who all came by way of Ellis Island. So part of it was a nod to New York because they came through from New York. The other reason was they thought by trying to associate the name with New York that it would attract more people. So most places where you can get hot wieners are called New York systems. So like a famous one to run on is Onlyville, New York system. Or Baba's original, actually, well, Baba's sold it, but original New York system. They're the ones who originated the hot wiener. Then one of their family members left and started Onlyville. So, and Onlyville is the oldest continuous running New York system. But you can also get them at a lot of other pizza places. You know, one of my top 5 favorite wieners is from Cosmic Steak and Pizza in Warwick, Rhode Island. It's not a New York system, but they have phenomenal wieners. So
Cosmic Pizza. Wasn't that a
Pizza,
thing?
baby.
Wasn't that like a Reddit thing? Was it Comet Pizza or remember the whole like there's a secret underground like ring?
Oh, like the
I don't think you can talk about it, Bill, but
no, yes, that's not it. No, it's not.
Okay.
That. It's a very good pizza place, you know, pizzeria in Warwick, Rhode Island. Fun fact: my parents went there after they got engaged in like 1978. So it's been around a long time. But now, phenomenal wieners.
If I can ask one more question,
sure.
So excuse my naiveness in asking this, but you said the meat sauce definitely not chili.
Definitely not chili.
The wiener is definitely not a hot dog.
Definitely not a hot dog.
I feel like I'm looking at some semblance or cousin of a chili dog here, but you're too positive that there is no resemblance to a chili dog.
Well, I mean, superficially, perhaps, but like, I mean, it is the cousin of a hot dog. Like the same way any tubed meat you can put in a bun is the cousin of a hot dog, but it's not a hot dog.
Now, what makes the meat sauce different from chili? Because I'm going to be honest with you, it looks like I'm looking at chili.
It doesn't taste anything like chili. Chili has tomato in it. There's no tomato in this. This is basically ground beef simmered in whatever spices that particular restaurant wants to put in them. Like I said, almost all of them have like probably some garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, paprika, you know, but all are a little different. So there's no tomato in it. It doesn't have that, like, you know, chili has that little bit of acidity from the tomato. Like there's none of that. It's all meat. There's no bean, nothing like that. It is just, and it's typically like almost like confit style, where it's like sort of like they don't drain the fat. So like it's kind of like stored and simmered in its own fat. So you keep getting like the flavor from the beef. So it really doesn't taste like chili at all.
So it's almost like, you know, like an iron skillet. You don't wash it or anything. You want all the seasoning and the flavors to like, so whereas chili, you kind of get it out of a can or whatever. It's kind of almost pre-made. It's not, I mean, not chili sauce, not regular chili, because people around here in Indiana are very particular about chili. But the meat sauce is made with love. It simmers in the pan. It's a totally different entity.
Totally different entity. Some supermarkets they'll make their own meat sauce. They'll sell the wieners, and you can buy it in like the supermarket. And then Onlyville, New York system, like I said, the most famous, you know, weenie spot in Rhode Island, they sell their spice mix so you can make it at home. But by and large, yeah, it's all a homemade thing, you know, whatever they want. And there are a lot of rules to ordering wieners. So if you get it with everything, so meat sauce, onion, celery, salt, mustard, that's called all the way. So if you wanted like 3, you know, I want 3 all the way. The only acceptable variation is no onion. Never can you ever put ketchup on this. When people do it, and that would be like, I don't know, that would be like putting ketchup on like Frank Pepe's pizza. It would be a sacrilege. Like, people do it. They're usually from out of state. It's not condoned. You might get anywhere from razzed to maybe kicked out, depending on where you are.
You get kicked out for using ketchup.
I mean, maybe not by the restaurant, but like people might harass you to the point where you just leave. It's a big deal. This is a big deal. You know, there are rules. There's a society. and you have to behave accordingly. So the only acceptable variation of the hot wiener is no onions. And you have to understand, this is a very important food for Rhode Island. It's very popular. It's like our version of street food, even though it's really not on the street. It's like one of the most popular late night foods. Like only the lyric system's open till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So people will pile in. And it's a staple. It is very important. We're very proud of it. You can't get it anywhere else. Even Massachusetts doesn't have it. I have to explain what this is to people all the time. And I usually end up having to just show them a picture because they'll insist it's a hot dog or they'll insist it's a chili dog, but it is not. And we are adamant about that.
Now, when you say you can't get it anywhere else, is that because it's not legal anywhere else?
I mean, I'm sure the ingredients are legal, but it is specific to Rhode Island, and it just really hasn't crept out of Rhode Island. Border towns in Massachusetts, I don't know if any have places that sell wieners, but if you live in a Massachusetts border town like Attleboro or Seekonk or something like that, you've probably had them because you're probably coming, back and forth across the border. But like people eat, like as soon as you're like, truthfully, probably 10 miles or more from the Rhode Island border, no one knows what they are.
Huh. I guess I got to try them. I mean, I'm a little skeptical.
You'll love it.
Okay. Can you put mustard on them?
There is mustard on them. They have yellow mustard on them.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
I can't see because it's covered in meat sauce, which is totally different from chili.
It is totally different from chili, PRC. I'm telling you. But yeah, there's yellow mustard, meat sauce, onion, celery salt.
Do you think Onlyville should start like an OnlyFans as like a marketing thing?
I'd watch it. Watch it.
They'd be like, it's only wieners.
Only wieners. Yeah, they should do that. They should do that.
OnlyFans, only wieners. But it's just sexy pictures of hot dogs. Wieners, excuse me.
I support that. Like, I hope they do it. I'd watch it.
I think it'd go viral. Subscribe.
I think it would go viral. Maybe I'll just start my own OnlyFans and just start eating wieners in my underwear.
Bill, I told you there's a niche out there.
There's someone to watch.
So you should take it. You do Bill on OnlyFans does only Bill.
Only Bill, only wieners.
Only Bill, only wieners. There's a lot of onlys we can throw in this.
Maybe from Onlyville.
That's what I'm saying.
It's actually Onlyville, but
Bill on OnlyFans only does Onlyville.
Yeah.
Only wieners.
PRC, the funniest name for a wiener joint in Rhode Island, which also is a top 5 wiener, Wienerama.
That's an awesome name. That gives me like 70s roller skating rink kind of vibes. Like, we're heading down to Wienerama, man. Come on.
Yeah. For the listeners right now, I'll give you not in any particular order because it depends on my mood. Because like I said, they're all a little different. But top 5 wieners in Rhode Island for me are some combination of Onlyville, New York System, Wienerama, Cosmic Steak and Pizza, Silver Lake Pizza in Coventry, Rhode Island, and Rod's Grill in Warren, Rhode Island.
Shout out
all
Silver
phenomenal.
Lake.
Silver Lake is not only are they a top 5 wiener, they're the cheapest of the bunch. It's only $2.50 per wiener at Silver Lake Pizza. Whereas the rest of these, it's a great deal. The rest of these places hover around $4, right around $4 a wiener. But that's still pretty cheap.
$4?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not huge, but like they're delicious and they end up being filling. So you're not going to eat one. If you're a grown man, you're not going to eat one. You're probably going to do more like 3. But you do 3. Like if you go to if I go to Onlyville, my go-to is like 3 all the way, a cheese fry, and something else that I'm not going to tell you yet because we're going to talk about it later. Another Rhode Island specific.
As thing. Always, Bill, professional.
Thank you. So hang on.
So I mean, there's a lot of love in that explanation right there. That story. I love that.
Wieners are like it's a comfort food. If you're from Rhode Island, you grew up eating them. They have a special place in most Rhode Islanders' hearts.
I gotta try. I mean, I will approach it with an open mind and an open heart, Bill.
There's no way knowing what I know about your food taste, there's no way you won't like it. I think that you're going to be surprised when you eat it because I think you're really expecting it to taste like a chili dog and it doesn't. First of all, because the actual wiener, like I said, it's made of pork and veal. It's got a natural casing. It's got its own flavor in and of itself, not like any other, just for the lack of a better term, hot dog that you've had. That in and of itself doesn't taste the same. Couple that with like the flavors of the meat sauce are going to be familiar to you, but it's not going to taste like chili. So then you got the onions, the mustard, and the celery salt on top. The combination of all of it, and depending on the place too, they're cooked. The wiener is cooked a very particular way. A lot of places simultaneously grill and steam it. So they have a grill that has water on the grill. So it's being grilled and steamed at the same time. Onlyville does that. Several places do that. So it's a different experience than just eating a hot dog or a chili dog.
I believe you, Bill. I believe you.
Thank you.
I'm most interested in trying that meat sauce. I really want to taste the difference between that and like a chili. Like a coney sauce? You ever had a coney sauce?
Yeah, I think I don't know that I've had a coney sauce. I think it is similar to that, but I think it's still a little different. But I will say I have not had a dedicated coney sauce, so I can't tell you for sure. But even if, let's say they're identical, the actual wiener only exists from one place in Rhode Island. So,
yep. Okay, so this is a smash or trash, Bill.
Oh,
that was the next one. I said I'm just going to click on a picture and whatever happens. Do you want to do the smash or trash, or do you want to? Should we just abide by the pictures?
We can do what you want. We can do what you want. Although I don't know if it'll be confusing that this isn't something that's specific to one of our home states, but I'm down to do anything.
Well, let's pick another one. This now worries me that just popped up because who knows what picture I could open up.
If that's what happens, we'll mix it in. We'll mix it together. Everybody,
I like to live dangerously.
Listen, all the McCucks and Torta Pounders, you are on a roller coaster ride with us today. Whatever happens, happens.
Upload the Torta Pounder T-shirt idea.
That's a good one. It is a good one. It is a good one.
Yes. So, all right, next one is please don't be anything weird. Okay, this is another random picture, Bill. This is another smash or trash. Are they even trying? We'll get to that in a second too. We are 0 for 2, but we're having fun.
We're having fun.
As with all of our
if anyone listening is expecting us to have our shit together and this be like this very structured podcast, we thrive in the chaos.
Yeah,
that's what we're here to do.
And we're in episode 9, and if you're still watching this in episode 9 and you don't realize we're just having fun, just flowing by the seat of our pants or whatever they say, flying by the seat of our pants. Now you're getting a real introduction to it.
Yeah. If you take yourself so seriously that this bothers you.
How many fucking cheddar biscuits did I upload?
You uploaded a lot of everybody. For those of you listening, he keeps uploading pictures of Popeye's cheddar biscuits, which I'm going to preview. Smash.
Okay, this is a totally different picture. Okay. Thank God. We got to one that this is me.
What is this feast, PRC? Please explain.
So I was going to say when we were preparing our presentations that there are 2 food items, which I will get to later, that Indiana is very well known for. But what we're looking at, what I'm about to speak on to the podcast listeners, is a Southern style fried chicken meal. It has a plate of fried chicken. It has 2 brownies for dessert, biscuits, gravy, green beans, corn, all fresh, has a little salad over there. This particular place is Hollyhock Hill. And out of the 2 other things that I was going to speak on, they're known in Indiana, but I would like to get the fried chicken meal as the actual staple of Indiana. I am proud of Indiana and I like our food scene, but I really think if we had to pick one thing to put in a battle with every other state, this would be my champion. And this particular place is Hollyhock Hill. Portnoy went here, reviewed it, gave it a 9.8 out of 10.
9.8 for the chicken or for just everything?
Chicken. For the chicken.
I love fried chicken.
Oh God, and this is good. It's very interesting because it's all about the experience too. All these restaurants, there's a few other, there's a few like Hollyhock Hill around here, but they all are the very same. They're very old. Everybody's dressed up. It's very classy, but not in it's a down home kind of classy, if that makes sense. Like it's not a suit and tie, but it's like a slacks and kind of thing.
This is like where you go after church.
Exactly.
This is like church brunch.
What you're going to find in Indiana is a lot of places that one would go to after church. That's just our thing. So this is it's not very seasoned, and I'm usually a seasoned chicken person. That was my
question.
No, it's a little bit seasoned, just a little bit of salt and pepper, but it's pan fried, and it does what I think Raising Cane's wants to do, is that it's cooked so well that it's crispy on the outside, all the juice is in there in the middle. Even the big just white meat is juicy and flavorful, and you don't need the seasoning. You know, the taste is there in the way it's prepared. So
well, let me ask you this, because it sounds almost like my ideal fried chicken in that the fried chicken I like the best is crispy outside, over like very juicy, but not necessarily overly battered. Like as much as I love like Popeyes,
mm-hmm.
and I do love Popeyes. This is not a knock on Popeyes. Just my preference is if I can get a chicken that has less breading but still that crisp, I like that. But I do like, so this is where I'm hung up on this PRC is I like still like a well-seasoned fried chicken. So like when you say it's not super seasoned, it's not like bland, is it? Like there's
no, it's not at all. It like what I say is like it does. Hold on, Bill.
So it's like simply seasoned, not under seasoned, but simply seasoned. Not like a lot of. It's not like paprika and garlic and onion, and it's like it's seasoned, but simply.
I was going to show you a piece of fried chicken that was homemade, and it's super seasoned. So you'll know my preference is seasoning as well. But no, it's just Bill, the way you described how you like your chicken, you would fucking love this chicken, man. You would love it.
What was I'm dead serious. Again?
Hollyhock Hill.
Hollyhock Hill. Well, I'd like to try that. I will tell you my current favorite fried chicken, and it's not from Rhode Island, is from the Shady Maple Smorgasbord in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. It's the largest buffet in the United States, and it's fantastic. And they have these Amish people are making, but it's so Amish that there's a specific parking lot for horses and buggies, but they make the best fried chicken I've ever had. And it is in that style, in that it's thin, like not really battered, but very crispy.
Bill, I'm going to just congratulate you on some quality detective work, because this as well is inspired by the Amish cooking. And
so, all right, so then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of Amish in Lancaster. There's a lot of Amish in northern Indiana as well. And they have a lot of like not resort places you can stay to kind of like view an Amish life.
Like the Amish experience.
Exactly. LARPing as an Amish, I guess.
Amish LARPing. You sit in the dark, and eat fried chicken.
How would you even announce that if you're supposed to be Amish? Like you can't put it on Facebook. You just have to.
There's like a sign on the side of the road.
Just put up a sign or something like Amish LARP tonight, 8:30.
Carrier pigeons fly them around the state.
This cornfield tonight, 8:30. Come be Amish.
I love Amish cooking, and they have like some unique stuff. I don't know if the Indiana Amish are different from the Pennsylvania Amish, but
I think
any of you out there who have not had Amish cooking, I really recommend it.
Well, that's what I was going to say with the Amish experience places is if you go to any of those, get yourself a chicken dinner like this. Don't fuck around with anything else. Don't be stupid. Be smart. Order their bread and butter, so to speak. Their bread and butter. The butter is hand whatever they do with the milk.
Hand churned.
Yeah. So the butter is hand churned. But get yourself the chicken experience. Just do it.
All right.
I'm on board. It's fantastic. And I would like to say I am speaking of other products today in Indiana, but if this would be my champion, I'd just like to reiterate that.
This is your hot wiener.
Yes.
While not specific to Indiana, this is so Indiana, it's your hot wiener.
It is. This is my New York system. This is my Amish system.
Amish system.
The New York system versus the Amish system. That'd be a hell. I thought of a board game, Bill. Do you want to hear about the board game real quick?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it's called. It was originally called. It's called Culture Clash. I originally was going to call it like Race Wars, but that sounds a little bit too on the nose.
Let's not do that.
No, Bill, you didn't even listen to it.
Sorry.
It's called Culture Clash. You got to listen to the whole idea.
Sorry, I'm listening.
I mean, and far be it from you to be the one that judges after you've said the
yeah. Touche. Don't get a shadow.
Sorry,
again. Don't get a shadow.
Not that N word. I'm digging a bigger hole here.
All right, tell us about the board game, PRC, please.
It's called shit. Digging. I'm just digging. The Amish dig a lot, and I just thought about this too as well, Bill. Is you can't really have Amish LARPing at 8:30 at night because they got lights. No lights. So we'll have to do it at 8:30 in the morning. But the board game would be called Culture Clash, and it's basically like different things and different movies, trivia from different cultures. Oh shit! I know that over. Different cultures, right? And
gotcha.
One culture would read the question, and you just have to answer it. And whoever gets it's like Trivial Pursuit, but just with cultural stereotypes.
See, that would be fun, and you would learn about other cultures. It's fun and educational.
So now are you like, anti-race wars?
I've always, God damn it! I am anti-race wars. I am pro-culture clash.
It's probably too on the nose to say race wars now that I say it out loud. But
it's not. I don't think it's what you're shooting for.
Okay, I'll concede, but it would get more attention though. And, all pub is good pub.
It certainly sometimes, depending on who you're pubbing.
Okay. Well, Culture Clash it is, thanks to PC Bill over here.
I'm just trying to help you market it to the most people possible. And not die.
I appreciate
that. That is also true. Yes.
All right, next picture. Hopefully
it's gonna be biscuits.
Oh, it's 100% gonna be biscuits. It's not biscuits. Oh, okay.
No, this is a lovely dining
That's
room.
Hollyhock Hill.
That's Hollyhock Hill.
For those for those listening on the podcast, it's a very ordained, classical,
ornate.
God, Bill, you're on fire today.
Thank you.
It's a very ornate dining room. It looks like your grandma's dining room from like the 80s.
I gotta tell you, PRC.
Yeah.
I in no way thought this place looked like this.
Oh, really?
This is far more upscale looking for a place that specializes in fried chicken than I would have thought. Not that that's a bad thing, but like for everyone listening at home, not watching, like if someone showed you this picture, didn't tell you what it was, it is definitely an older decor. Like it definitely looks like it
smells like Virginia Slims.
Yeah, like it definitely. Well, I wouldn't have expected that either, but now that you say it, it definitely looks like it hasn't changed much since the 70s or 80s. But if you just saw the way it's decorated, flowers on the table, cloth napkins, like you would assume you were in a steakhouse, maybe like an old an old steakhouse, or maybe even like an Italian restaurant. It does not look like a fried chicken joint at all.
Yeah, but they're all like this, Bill, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
so this is a chain. There's more. There's not just one. This is a chain.
No, there is just one, but there are many like this around the Indianapolis area. The Iron Skillet's another one. But there's some when you get out in the country, there's more. and I've heard those are better. I don't venture out too much anymore since everybody moved from out of the country, but it's an experience, is all I have to say.
Is there a particular name for this type of place, or is just?
Let me Google that real quick.
Because, like I only wonder because like it's a very what you're describing is a very specific type of place with like just
and it does have a thing. I don't know why it wouldn't have a name, but I just don't recall the name. But I'm Googling it real quick because I have the internet.
Like you could call like places where you can get wieners. We either call it a New York system or like a weenie joint or a wiener joint or whatever. Wiener. Does this have like a classification? Because it seems like it should, even though they're like for wieners, like it's the same food but at different places. So this seems like kind of the same situation.
And Bill, I'm excited to share with you that there is a name for this. It's called country style.
Country style, okay, I dig it.
It's family style dining basically, but it's skillet fried chicken and traditional sides. So it's like family style with chicken. Yeah, it comes family style.
So like you're not ordering your individual meal, you're just like ordering.
No,
I love that.
You order the chicken dinner, and they just bring out all this shit. So here's your experience real quick. You order the chicken dinner, you get biscuits and apple butter right away. That comes out. Okay, then the chicken comes, and the chicken comes with gravy for the biscuits and stuff like that. It comes with green beans. It comes with
mashed
corn.
Potatoes.
It comes with mashed potatoes, and then after you finish your chicken, they bring out dessert, and it's just a tower of like ice cream. So there's ice cream that you can pull. The tower has little bowls of individual ice cream, and the tower has like a mint sauce, a cherries. It just has a billion different sauces you can pour on there. It's very classy.
So we have a place very, very similar to this in Rhode Island. That's actually, now that I'm looking at it, minus the cloth napkins and the flowers, the decor is very similar, like out of the 70s. So it's called Wright's Farm, and this is like the most Rhode Island restaurant that exists. It is like if you're from Rhode Island, your high school sports banquet was here, your National Honor Society banquet was here. This is where everything is. The property is huge. I would say it fits no less, and I'm not exaggerating, 2,000-3,000 people. And there's technically another thing on the menu. You can technically get steak, but I've never seen anyone order it. But the only thing really on the menu is they do family style roast chicken. It's not fried, but family style roast chicken. So you get roast chicken, macaroni with like red sauce, French fries, and they're some of the best French fries I've ever had. I don't know exactly how to describe the type of fry to you, but they're wonderful. And then salad with their homemade dressing. And then the best part of it is it's all you can eat, family style, and it's like $15. And then for dessert, you used to get, probably in the Midwest, PRC, I don't know if you have this, they're called Hoodsie cups. They're little cups of ice cream with a wooden spoon. No. You used to get that for dessert, and now they give you something different that I don't remember what it is. And then attached to it is a Cracker Barrel style like store with like tchotchkes and fudge and toys and t-shirts and all kinds of random crap like that. But so it's very similar to what you're describing.
I feel like it is, but it's not, and you're trying to make this about you.
No, I'm not. PRC, I'm doing no such thing. I'm trying to relate to you because it's just now that because I didn't know this was family style.
This is like an East Coast thing. East Coasters, they're always like, "Oh yeah, I got that too," and it's 10 times.
That's not what I'm saying. I didn't say it was better because I would prefer fried chicken. Fried chicken. I'm saying my point was, I was excited to hear it was family style because I love family style because I like having a variety. I like sharing, and I like the simplicity of that kind of a menu.
No, but I agree with you. It is simple. And isn't that the place, isn't that Roscoe?
Yeah, for Minifans out there, Roscoe was trying to organize a trip to Wright's Farm, but I don't know. He gave up on it, which is sad.
And Roscoe's a fan of the Big Boys Breakfast Club, so shout out Roscoe.
Roscoe, if you're listening, can we still go to Wright's Farm?
And Wright's Farm, this is actually a tiny house, Bill. That's like what you're seeing is what it is.
This is small. So this looks like it would be big. It's small.
No, this is a tiny house in the middle of the suburbs. It's very weird.
I didn't. Oh, okay.
It's actually in a neighborhood. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would very much like to go here. Like this sounds like sounds like my kind of thing.
I think we have a place in northern Indiana called Fair Oaks Farm, which would be more I think relatable to like Wright's Farm. It's just a big tourist trap, like you're mentioning there.
It is a tourist trap, but the funny thing is, it's like it seems like a tourist trap, but it's 95% Rhode Islanders. It's like the biggest. It's like a tourist trap that attracted townies. It's it's like the craziest thing. But I was just trying to relate the fact. Yeah, I'm sure tourists go, but like this is where like literally like if you're from Rhode Island, you came here. Like my friend had their wedding at Wright's Farm. That's how that's how ingrained in Rhode Island.
Okay, so that's Fair Oaks Farm. That's Fair Oaks Farm or Traders Point Creamery here in Indiana. Those are the big farms. That's nice. The outside. That's it. That's Hollyhock Hill. That's what you're looking at.
Guys, it's just like an unassuming white house.
For listening, it's literally just it looks like a white almost ranch house.
It looks like someone could live there, or maybe it's like a local. Yeah, I wouldn't guess that what it looks inside the way it looks from the outside.
If your neighborhood has like a tiny clubhouse, almost imagine that. Or a golf pro shop. It almost looks like a golf pro shop.
Yeah, it does look like a golf pro shop.
Yeah, exactly. I think golf pro shop's the best. All right, Bill. We've diminished my Hollyhock Hill with your Wright's Farm.
I didn't do that. It's not what I did at all. I'm trying to relate it.
Oh,
like God. I said, I prefer the menu at the Hollyhock Hill.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should try both. I think we should have a cock-off.
I'd love to have a cock-off.
Roscoe and myself will present our cocks, and
I'll be the judge.
Bill will eat
I'll
them.
Judge your cocks.
And Jim, and whoever has the better one wins. Bill. So Roscoe, this is an official invite for a cock-off. Next thing, what is this?
I'm glad this is next. So.
Wow. I just like to note I'm 2 for 2. I'm pulling up.
You are 2 for 2.
Going 0 for 12 with the pop-ups.
Since the biscuit fiasco. So everybody, do you remember that I was explaining to you what like a very like Rhode Island, New York system meal would be like? And I said 3 wieners all the way, a cheese fries. And then I said one last thing that I'm going to wait to tell you about because it's coming up. Well, here we are. The thing you would order with that meal is a coffee milk. And for those of you who are asking, what the hell is coffee milk? I'm going to explain it to you. For those of you who can see the screen, you'll see a lovely glass with a tan liquid in it, a nice straw next to a bottle that says Autocrat coffee syrup. And it is exactly coffee milk is exactly what it sounds like. It is chocolate milk, but coffee flavored. So Autocrat, it's the official drink of Rhode Island. And Autocrat is the most famous company that makes it. You used to only be able to find this in Rhode Island, but now some markets in Massachusetts will have it. But you mix the syrup into the milk and you stir, and there's coffee milk. There are some like companies that make it pre-made. In Rhode Island, it's more like you make your own typically with the Autocrat, it's it goes great with the wieners.
Now, Bill, I'm gonna hark back to a trend I'm noticing. The wieners were covered in a distinct thing that looked like chili, but it was not chili. It was called meat sauce.
Correct.
And now you present to the audience coffee milk, which on the bottle it says coffee syrup. Why is your state confused as fuck?
Spoiler alert, there are going to be at least 2 or 3 more foods that I talk about that are going to have the same theme of it seems like something else, but it is not. So buckle up because this is a theme. This is a theme.
You're just okie dokie, everybody. Your state is just okie dokie.
I mean,
you say one thing. So? It's like your state is just gaslighting everybody who eats stuff.
Or we recognize things that other people already like, and we make our own. We use it as inspiration to make a completely unique thing that you can't get anywhere else that you'll crave and come back, almost like we're marketing our state.
And I'd have to say that's probably the most patriotic thing I can think of, Bill. America has built itself on taking other people's stuff and making it better.
You're right. And you know what? My uncle once said to me, my Uncle Joe, shout out Uncle Joe. We talked about him in episode 2, the Taco Bell episode. Go back and listen if you haven't heard it yet. My dear Uncle Joe once said to me that it was his belief that no one has ever had an original thought. That no matter what you can think of, if you can't find it anywhere else, there's still someone else who's thought of it. I believe he is correct. And I think that Rhode Island does a good job of taking that principle and adapting it to suit their needs.
I think that what was the Pablo Picasso quote? Good artists like copy, and then great artists steal and make it better.
He might have said that.
Was it Picasso? I don't know who it was. It was an artist.
I don't know artists so well. I know Van Gogh cut his ear off.
You know what's weird about Picasso?
The fact that he died in 1970 something.
Yes, Bill.
That if you asked me before I found this out, if you asked me when Pablo Picasso lived, I would have thought he was like friends with Michelangelo and Da Vinci. This motherfucker was like this. I heard a comedian brought this up. I saw a clip on Instagram, and it was something like Pablo Picasso was alive to have drank Mountain Dew. Like
that's the ultimate mind fuck.
Like Pablo Picasso could have been watching All in the Family, drinking a Mountain Dew, and like listening to like Kiss. He was alive to do all of those things.
He watched TV. He watched TV. Pablo Picasso.
TV. Pablo Picasso absolutely watched television. Yes. Maybe he was on television. I don't know.
What shows were popular in He died in 1973.
73. So like I don't know, man. Like Mary Tyler Moore. Crazy. You should Google what's Pablo Picasso's favorite.
He watched Hawaii 5-0.
I'll bet you he loved Hawaii 5-0.
Pablo, that's fucked up. I can't wrap my head around the fact that Pablo Picasso was a Hawaii 5-0 fan.
He was alive to watch The Godfather.
Yes.
Pablo Picasso might have been sitting on the edge of his seat watching Michael Corleone descend into villainy. Pablo Picasso. Columbo. When was Taco Bell invented? Pablo Picasso might have eaten McDonald's.
He probably did eat McDonald's.
Pablo Picasso probably was. He would hate the Big Arch, I'm sure, for its decadence.
Pablo Picasso could have cracked open a Budweiser one night, sat on his couch, and watched Monday Night Football.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wrap your head around that.
That's what the comedian said. Pablo Picasso could have watched like Super Bowl 5 drinking a Mountain Dew. Like, think about that. It is 100% possible that Pablo Picasso watched the Super Bowl and drank Mountain Dew.
He could have been like a Steelers fan.
Probably, yeah. Maybe.
That's just the Pablo I don't think there's many artists that just mess with my brain as much as that one with Pablo Picasso.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think there's also one that like Cleopatra was closer to like 9/11 than she was to the building of the pyramids.
I didn't know that.
In relation to time.
I didn't know that, but that's crazy.
Time is crazy, Bill.
Time is crazy. I mean, you see them all the time. Like right now, like The Sandlot came out in the 1990s. It came out in like the early 90s, but like it was set in like 1962. So like 30 years difference. So if The Sandlot was made today, and it seemed like it looked old, like old cars, old this, like it seemed like the kids lived in an old fashioned time. Well, if we made that movie now, it'd be set in 1996. That's fucked up.
That's really fucked up. Especially when you saw it as a kid and you're like, wow,
Wow, look how old it was. That was so long ago. And now 1996.
I was just thinking about that today, actually, in fact, and we'll get to the next thing. But Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back, right?
Yep.
And just in the time that song has come out, we've come a long way because he was like, you can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. And that reflects a culture in which exercise was seen as losing the shapeliness and the size of the booty. But nowadays, if
now we're exercising to build the booty.
That's what I'm saying.
What year was that song? What year was that song?
Probably around that 1996 area. But
all right, so 1996, right?
All the tortas on Instagram, they're squatting.
Yeah,
they're squatting.
Tortas are squatting. But I want to think about this. So it's like a 30-year-old song. So it came out in 1992. 1992. Wow. Baby Got Back's from 1992?
1992.
I would have thought like 2000. All right. So
no, that was like P.D. Pablo era, 2000 and all that.
All right. So 1992. We were
way past Sir Mix-a-Lot. We were at, North Carolina, come on and raise up, take your shirt off.
Think about this.
Around your head, spin it like a helicopter.
So we grew up and knew Baby Got Back. Like we were both alive. I assume you were born before 1992.
Maybe.
PRC? Maybe. Right. Well, I was born in 1987.
Yeah, I was. I definitely was.
So this song is now 34 years old, right? In 1992, a song that was 34 years old was from 1958. So when we were alive listening to Baby Got Back, if we thought about a song then that is as old as Baby Got Back is now, we would have been talking about like Elvis or Richie Valens. How just wrap your mind around that. That's how weird time is. Because when you're experiencing time, it goes so fast that it seems like the 90s seems like it was a blink of an eye. And it was that long ago that if we would have thought about something similar back then, it would have seemed ancient. So, but anyway, Coffee Milk.
Time in a black hole, it's the total opposite. Once you reach the singularity, space and time is so folded on each other that they don't really exist. If we were on a spaceship and I was like, I'm going to go check out this black hole, when I went to the singularity, it would just like I'm standing at the singularity for 1,000 years.
It's like where the Power Rangers exist.
Hopefully they're not here in this world. You're
right. Well, anyway, in closing, Coffee Milk is delicious, and you should all try it.
And the Power Rangers, I'm sorry. Coffee Milk, I am going to explore this.
You might be able to buy Autocrat coffee syrup online.
I feel like I can. I feel like I've seen this, actually. Or is it only in Rhode Island?
It's only in Rhode Island. Well, like I said, now you'll find it in Massachusetts a little bit. I don't know. Or maybe they're branching out. I don't know. I've never been to Indiana, so I have no idea. But
we're probably not branching out. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Maybe. I don't know. But for a time, you definitely could only get it in Rhode Island.
Okay. Interesting. That is coffee syrup. Sorry, Bill. I'm trying to open up something here real quick.
It's all good. It's all good.
And I was thinking about that time stuff is just messed. The Pablo Picasso just has me in a blender right now.
It's best not to think about it.
Or is it? It's kind of fun to have thought experiments.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So should we get to the next one? Just random picture.
Ooh, another Rhode Island favorite.
It's a bill.
It's a bill. This is Rhode Island. We either call it party pizza or pizza strips. So we have a picture here of love from the picture that I submitted is from my favorite bakery. So you get this pizza at bakeries in Rhode Island. This is from my favorite bakery, my favorite pizza strips. It's from D. Paul Mary's Bakery. And what it is, it's not pizza the way you know it. It's the crust is light. Why don't laugh at me, PRC?
It's the chili sauce all over again, and it's the coffee syrup milk.
I told you there are several of these.
This looks exactly like pizza, but I'm going to tell you this is not.
I'm going to tell you why it's not. It is pizza, but it's a very specific. So the dough, the crust is it is simultaneously thick but light and airy. the sauce on top is a thick sauce that's usually a little sweet and a little tangy.
Okay.
There is no cheese, and you eat it room temperature or cold. It is not hot. And this is a staple at birthday parties, any other kind of event. You had it in school. You had it anytime you need to bring something to someone's house. Like, it's a good option. It's similar to in New Jersey. They have something very similar. They call tomato pie, but the in the Philly area, it is very similar to that in that it's like, you know, eating room temperature, no cheese, all that. But the flavor is completely different because the sauce is not the same. The sauce for Rhode Island party pizza or pizza strips is there's much more of a tang to it. It's not the tomato pie in like the New Jersey, Philly area is like much simpler.
So my heavy drinking days, I got Lou Malnati's. This is like a Chicago deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
And I ate half of it and passed out, and then I woke up, and then I was hungover and hungry, so I ate it again in the morning, and it was room temperature. Is that kind of what I'm looking at? 'Cause, I mean, that's kind of what. Damn it!
No, not at all.
Damn it!
This is much thinner than that. It's lighter. There's no cheese anyway. Some places will sprinkle Parmesan on top, but not everywhere, and that's not the standard. This is a snack. This is like an appetizer. This is what you put out at a party for people to munch on before the actual meal comes on. This is not a meal. This is just a snack, an appetizer.
Okay. I mean, it looks like a pizza, but I will trust you.
I mean, if you see it, you will, you know, so like for anyone who can't see it right now, you see there is
it almost looks like
a baked dough covered in sauce. But
there's no cheese.
No cheese. And so, like, and again, you eat at room temperature or cold. So, like, when you look at it, you're like, oh, that looks like pizza. But it is a very specific type of pizza that only, well, again, it's tomato pie adjacent, but the particular recipe, the way it tastes, is specific to Rhode Island.
I would actually like to try this one because I have it. I've tried. I'm not saying I've tried this, Bill. I know this is very unique and special to you, but I've tried similar things to this, and I actually do like that kind of cold tomato saucy taste.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, I'm not. This one. I'm not gonna like hot wieners, despite their shape and appearance, are very unique. This isn't going to be that unique compared to like tomato pie and things like that you've had. I'm just saying, having had those similar things myself in other states, our approach to it just tastes a little different. It's not like groundbreaking or anything. It's just the style of the sauce is just a little different. Okay. Remind me, and I'll bring some to Laconia.
Okay, please do, because I would like to.
Because it travels. It travels well. That's kind of the point of it. It travels well.
I wish the fried chicken traveled better because I could.
Yeah, fried chicken doesn't travel well, but the pizza strips, you could leave it on the counter for 24 hours, 48 hours. It's still, or put it in the fridge, and it's still just as good. It doesn't, since you're not reheating it anyway. It travels very well.
Well, I'm going to bring you, if I can open it up. Let's just do the next one. I'll show you what I'm going to bring you when I can find it.
Sounds good.
What's this one? Oh,
Torta Pounders.
This is our new T-shirt idea. Bill, would you like to describe to the podcast listeners what people are looking at on YouTube?
I would love to. So in talking about the Torta Pounders last episode, and
love them, still do,
relaying that it does sound like quarter pounders. We have sort of a McDonald's color scheme here. It's not. You may get that idea, but per Darren, it's not similar to McDonald's. This was not inspired by McDonald's. It is a red background.
Perfect.
It is a red background with the black silhouette of an ample rumped woman outlined in yellow, the cheeks outlined in these golden arcs of of a type to really accentuate the buttocks, with a nice BBBC stamp on the right buttock, And then Torta Pounders is written in block lettering, Torta in white, Pounders in yellow, both with a black border, and then the whole thing bordered by yellow in the same style as the arcs. And it is, I think, a great t-shirt idea. So I implore you all to come take a look. If you're not watching, to come take a look at our Torta Pounders t-shirt idea. Let us know if you're into it. Maybe we'll start offering it.
Bill, the golden arcs was brilliant. We need to work with that.
That's what they are.
And if it sounds like a certain sandwich from a certain fast food restaurant, Darren has instructed me to say that is purely a coincidence.
Purely coincidental.
Yeah, I don't know what Torta Pounders could sound like, but that's your own imagination. Let it run wild. This is clearly an original idea brought up by me and Bill. We just like red and yellow.
Yeah. So, while you're liking and subscribing on all of our platforms, let us know what you think of the Torta Pounder shirt.
And the golden arcs.
The golden arcs.
Brilliant, Bill. That was you should be a marketing man.
I'm telling you, that's what Taco Bell needs to hire me.
Next random picture. Okay.
Oh, I've heard of this, and I've always wanted to try it. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So what you're looking at is I tried to find the largest of this particular item I could. A lady making a very weird, confused face to this item. She's sitting in a booth, and what is on the tray that's making her make this weird face is a giant pork tenderloin sandwich that is probably 4 times as big as the tiny bun, which is a standard hamburger bun, but it looks like a tiny bun on top of said sandwich.
This has a minimum of a 12-inch diameter.
If think about a large pizza and just now replace that with fried pork. That's what you're looking at. This is the official. It's not the official state food of Indiana, but it's pretty much the most recognized state food of Indiana. It is the pork tenderloin sandwich. It's very good. A lot of places now like to try to make it as big as possible. This one, I believe, I didn't look it up, but if I'm looking at this one is at the restaurant in Edinburgh, Indiana, which is about an hour south of Indianapolis, which touts itself of having the largest of these pork tenderloins. And if you're listening on the podcast, jump onto YouTube at hour 102, 103, 102-ish, and you'll see how big this is, because I do want you to get a glimpse of the girth.
You need to see it.
You got to see it to believe it. I can tell you about the size of my pork all day, but you need to just hop on here and take a look at pork to really get a sheer understanding of the size of it. It's good, Bill. It's really good. It's not my favorite thing. The chicken is still my favorite thing. But this is our baby. Just big tenderloin. It hits the spot. It's very good comfort food. It's traditionally served. She's got lettuce, tomato, and onion. Most people just do just an onion on top of it, like a big onion on top of it.
Right.
There's no unwritten rules like your hot wiener.
Lots of rules.
You put cheese on it. Some people try to do that. The cheese, a slice of cheese. If you guys are listening on the podcast, but if you watch this on the YouTube, a slice of cheese would be like trying to put out a forest fire with like a glass of water. It's just not going to do anything.
No, you need a pound of cheese, like half pound of cheese. Like, this is huge. I
need clogged toilet level of cheese.
Oh yeah. I actually forgot about that. Like when I knew we were doing this today, but I forgot about this particular food. I'm aware of this, and I actually have always wanted to try it because it looks phenomenal. Like, I mean, it looked almost impossible to eat, but like, I love pork tenderloin. It's fried. Like it's like, for those of you like who have never seen one, think like chicken fried steak, but with a huge flat piece of pork.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah,
and it looks, again, I've never tried it. It looks delicious, and I've always wanted one. It's on my list.
And so how they make it is they just take like a pork loin, basically, and they just pound the shit out of it with a hammer until they're satisfied with the diameter, and then they just fry it in breading, and then they bread it and then fry it and serve it.
Is the breading seasoned or what? What is?
So some places they do, some places they don't. Some places will season the meat and then do it and put it so you get a little bit of the meat. I do like it seasoned with some salt and pepper and stuff like that. But it hits the spot. It's good. Any restaurant you go to, you'll find it. I'll tell you, if you do go to Indianapolis ever and try the pork tenderloin, the best by far is in this area called Sobro, which is South Broad Pole. It's a restaurant called the Aristocrat. It's another little house. It's another little house type deal.
Indiana loves their little house restaurants.
We love our little house restaurants. I didn't realize that until I started talking about all this. But they have the best. Aesthetics wise, the Ratskeller downtown is an old German beer hall. They got a beer garden outside and everything. That's a good place to have a tenderloin. And then a lot of people like Plump's Last Shot, and that's just because of Bobby Plump, the dude who hit the shot that inspired Hoosiers, owns a restaurant. And so a lot of people like going there. It's not out of those three, Plump's Last Shot is a distant third in my opinion, but it's good.
So for as huge, like how much would something like this cost? Like this size of one? I'm sure like if it's a smaller one, it'd be different, but like this $10. One that literally this is $10.
Yeah.
This sandwich is this is to make, because like I'm trying to picture like them making it to achieve this size of a thing. It would have to be minimum half of a large pork loin, not even a tenderloin. It'd have to be like half of a large pork loin. So like, I mean, on the cheap side, a pork loin is pork loin's like on the cheap side, like somewhere like $1.99 to $2.99. Like $1.99 would be a very cheap price, probably more like $2.99 a pound. This would have to be like 3 to 5 pounds of pork loin. So you're talking like it seems like it should cost like $9 just for the meat.
Well, Bill, I'm going to share something with you. Let's pull this up. Can you see that?
Yep, I can see it. Everybody, we got Google, the Edinburgh Diner.
Go down there, giant breaded pork tenderloin.
I don't. Oh yeah, I see it. I see the picture. Yep.
How much is that, Bill?
I can't see the price.
$9.99.
That's wild. This is the best deal in food. I'm a fat guy. I would be stuffed eating this thing. Like this has to be minimum 3 pounds of meat. Has to be.
It says 16 ounces, so it only says 1 pound.
Really? Then they must be great at pounding because
they pound it. See, I haven't had this particular one.
Even a pound for $9.99?
Oh yeah.
That's like, this is like, I mean, this is the same price as a fucking Big Arch. It's the same price as a Big Arch.
Now it is a better deal than the Big Arch.
Way better deal.
I'm just looking at it, and based on the fact that it said it was 16 ounces, that's got to be a lot of breading. I haven't had this particular one.
Even if it is, though, it's so wide, though. Like
it doesn't have a lot of
just
girth.
That surface area.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, but shout out to me for knowing prices like that.
Hey, good job.
I would
have thought this is $30.
Okay, if you go to the Aristocrat in Indianapolis or the Ratskeller, the prices are going to be a little bit more to the $15-$20 range.
That's still a steal for something that if it's
Let me
this
see.
Size.
I'm going to guess $16.99
for this size. Like
the Hoosier tenderloin is, and I'll just get this real quick. Is not anywhere on this menu.
Maybe it's a secret menu item.
$18. What did I say? $16.99?
Yeah, you're $1 off.
Yeah. So you are going to experience a slight bump in prices as you get closer to Indy, but
That's still
judging by your
a
reaction. These prices are all well within your price range.
I mean, a cheeseburger at Applebee's is $15. Like,
that's where we go to Chili's. We're a Chili's company. We're a Chili's brand.
Chili's. I forgot about that. We are a Chili's company.
Chili's. They respond to us on Twitter, and they love us like we love them. Shout out Chili's. I'm gonna try your new chicken sandwich soon, Chili's. Not a sponsor yet, but I will, and we'll have a review. Chili's. I don't think I mentioned this to Chili's, but Chili's, we're pretty TikTok famous nowadays.
Yeah, we are.
We're big with the kids on TikTok. So if you want that youthful burst, if you want to get the kids excited about your food, there's no better people than us two middle-aged fat guys.
Yep.
We've cracked the code.
Cats.
We've cracked the fucking code, Chili's. All right, let's do one more, or you want to do two
maybe we'll
more?
do like what? Yeah, maybe one more each, or well, if we can find one, depending on what we click on.
Actually, Bill, let's just do one more. Whatever it is, it is. And then we'll get to Smash or Trash.
Although you did, when we talked before, you did have a particular question for me related to one of the foods.
And I'm going to manifest it. Bill, I'd like you to manifest that with me.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
This is it, Bill. This is going to be the one. This is...
Let's see. Let's see.
Nope, that's another Smash or Trash.
Let's Smash or Trash.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Bill, manifest it again.
Manifesting. It's coming.
I don't believe hard enough.
We're going to get it. I believe. Biscuits again.
Biscuits are back.
The biscuits again.
All right. That was the worst one. But it's also the funniest because it's like...
It is funny.
I'm back, you son of a bitch. You're going to talk about me. We will. Don't worry, Popeyes. We'll get to you. All right. I'm going to really believe this time, Bill. Your believing's kind of screwed up.
You got to believe. I'm
going to manifest it.
You got to believe. Believe. Come on. No.
Okay.
Come on. Big money.
We're still manifesting here. We're still manifesting.
Yeah. You did it.
I dropped my microphone. Apologize for that. Yeah, we should. Right. If I had more time, I'd just edit that to like we're manifesting and then they just magically appear rather than 5 misses. Bill, what the fuck is this?
All right, everyone. This is another quintessential Rhode Island dish that it's Rhode Island specific. You can get it in Massachusetts now at this point. Like it's a seafood fair. They are stuffed quahogs, or stuffies as we like to call them. And you might be asking, hey, Bill, what the heck is a quahog? I'll tell you this. It is not Bill, a town in
What the heck is a quahog?
Thank you, PRC. It is. I'll tell you what it's not. It's not a town in Rhode Island, for all of you who have only watched Family Guy. What a quahog is a hard-shelled clam. And the word quahog comes from a Narragansett word that I can't pronounce. And it is a staple of Rhode Island cuisine. Clams are very important in Rhode Island. We are a clam state. And so a stuffy or a stuffed quahog is a quahog shell, like a big quahog shell that is filled with a stuffing made from, bread, seasonings, chopped clams, onions, peppers. There's all variations forever. So like a lot of them, my favorite ones, for example, have a little Portuguese flair to it. They use chorizo, which is a Portuguese sausage, a little spicy, kind of like if you've ever had linguiça, it's like linguiça, but a little spicy. So Portuguese sausage. And they fill the shell with this stuffing. Then they're baked until they're golden brown. And they're delightful. They're an appetizer. They're at every Rhode Island seafood restaurant. They're even at non-seafood restaurants in Rhode Island. They are best eaten with a little bit of Frank's Red Hot sauce. Just squirt that in, mix it up. And they are wonderful. And I could not recommend them to you more.
So this is a clam that's not a clam. It's a quahog.
I mean, a quahog is a clam. Like a quahog is it's an Narragansett word for a hard shell clam. So not like steamers. Steamers have like the soft oblong shell with the neck. They have to rip the foreskin off. These clams have they're also sometimes we'll call them little necks because they don't have a neck. And it's just like it's a hard shell clam. And then so the stuffing is made with the chopped up clams, the chorizo, the bread, the seasonings, whatever vegetables you want to put in. Everyone has my uncle, my dearly departed Uncle Eddie, different uncle. He made the best stuffies I've ever had. He was Portuguese, actually, so he put chorizo in his. You don't have to put that in, but those are the ones I like the best. And they're a staple. There's Rhode Island as the hot wiener.
So a quahog, you don't rip the foreskin off, as you said.
No foreskin.
But if you'd like to get a steamer,
steamers will have the foreskin.
You have to remove the foreskin.
Yep. Any of you have eaten steamers, you know what I'm talking about.
I had one in Ohio. Very nice.
You ate shellfish in Ohio?
It's a joke.
Oh God. Never would I ever.
There's a particular city, in Ohio that is attributed to the steamer.
I see what we're saying.
Yeah, there you go.
You're right.
Now you're picking up what I'm putting down.
You know something that's less gross
than eating steamer.
The Dayton steamer. What you're talking about is less gross than eating an actual steamer in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I would rather have the version named after the city than the actual shellfish.
If you had an actual Cleveland steamer, I don't think there's clams in Lake Michigan, but suppose there is.
There could be. You never know what's going to be in there.
Out of the Windsor strip clubs they come. But that particular area is just car manufacturers. Detroit, Toledo, all that stuff, all on that shore of Lake Michigan. That steamer has been through some shit, man.
Sounds like it. And they don't have stuffies there, so.
But, you kind of appreciate the steamer because that steamer had fought his whole life, He doesn't come from the fresh water of the Atlantic Ocean in Rhode Island. And
that's salt water?
That beautiful salt water and the purity of it from the gigantic, vast amount of it that washes away the imperfections. This steamer was built in the blue collar of lakes. This is, its parents worked in the factory. Their parents worked in the factory. This steamer thought it had a chance to, it was going to just be negated to a life of 9 to 5 work in the car factory. But someone in Cleveland picked it up, gave it a shot, and you know what? I'm going to appreciate that. I'm not tasting used motor oil. I'm tasting history. I'm tasting perseverance. I'm tasting, accomplishing a victory against insurmountable odds. That's what I'm tasting in that Cleveland steamer.
I was hungry and now I'm not.
Well, you know who's hungrier? That steamer that made it out of Lake Michigan. Hungriest man alive.
God help us all.
It was hungry for success, and gosh darn it, it found it. I don't know why I've been cussing this whole time, and then I switched to gosh darn it right there. But
I like it. It was very wholesome.
I like to keep people on their toes, I guess.
It's very wholesome. So, yeah. So, these are stuffed quahogs. Highly recommend. So, now you know what quahog means. There is no town in Rhode Island called Quahog. That's why Family Guy is funny, because it would be silly if we had a town named Quahog.
Yeah. I think there's same with Indiana. I think whatever Malcolm in the Middle was set to was fake. There's no Hawkins, Indiana, or whatever the shit they call that in that Stranger Things. So I think that's pretty popular with TV shows, is just to make someplace in a real state.
It's kind of better that way, though. Then you don't have to you can have creative, license. Because if you do a real Rhode Island town and you get something wrong, I'm going to shit on you for it. I'm sorry.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is I think if you made it Carmel, Indiana, you'd have Carmel people watching, and they'd be like, "Well, actually, there's not a roundabout at 146 and Meridian. It's a stoplight, and Kansas, this is not accurate. And in Providence, there's fucking 2 buildings to the left of Deloitte Street or whatever, and that bullshit."
Yeah, if Family Guy was set in Warwick, Rhode Island, my hometown.
You'd be emailing every week.
I would be like, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and we don't have one of these, and it would just piss me off. So I appreciate them not pissing me off.
And they don't want me emailing them about caramel. Like, there's no second McDonald's at the corner of 131st and Range Line. You fucking bastards. Fix that now. And the Wahlburgers was closed in 2024, and it's still up there in your main street.
Good. Wahlburgers sucks anyway.
Dude, Wahlburgers pick is by beef in that fry draft on the Barstool Steak draft is still messing with me. There's terrible. Nothing good about Wahlburgers.
Nothing good about Wahlburgers. Like who asked Mark Wahlberg to sell us food? I know it's like his brother who's a chef. His
brothers, you don't make
his
any
brother
money.
is a shitty chef. Like, where did he like? Definitely didn't go to Johnson or Wales in Providence. I'll tell you that.
And when I went to Wahlburgers the one time to experience it and it sucked, the menu description where they called everything fucking government cheese was so stupid. So fucking stupid. Like, they were like, made with our world famous government cheese, just like we did when we were poor and all this shit. Everybody grew up poor. Bastards.
Yeah, the Wahlbergs haven't been poor since the early 90s. Like, nobody, you're unrelatable now.
My grandparents' house, I went every Saturday. They didn't have a fucking bathroom. I used an outhouse.
Is that true?
It's very true.
That's wild.
It was in the middle of the country, right by Louisville, Kentucky, and it had no fucking. It was an outhouse. And if you wanted a pop, you had to get it out of the ice chest in the washroom.
If you wanted a what now?
A pop.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of
soda.
I'm just busting your balls.
Right. Just picking on us country bumpkins. I get that.
I'm just joking. I got a pop from the ice box, and I went and shat in the outhouse.
And it's a pop from the ice box in the washroom, Bill.
In the washroom, yeah.
It's not the washroom, it's the washroom.
The washroom, yeah.
The pop from the ice box in the washroom. And then when they always called, instead of saying goodbye, they said, I'll let you go.
They had a phone?
They did have a phone. My dad
Motherfuckers didn't have indoor plumbing, but
they didn't have a phone. Well, here's the thing. My grandpa was in World War II.
So
got shot in the lung.
Ooh.
And couldn't work. And my grandma had to work, and it was at the grocery store, which was like 2 miles down the road. And that's the only income they had their whole life.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
but they were in love.
Which goes to show you, back in the day, you could live off that. Now you'd be homeless.
You'd be fucked. If you had two people, they had a house. I mean, it wasn't a big house. It was a one bedroom house, but it was a house nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, no plumbing, but a house. See, when you said they called you, I pictured like in like the Beverly Hillbillies or like Green Acres, some shit where they had to like climb a telephone pole, and that was where the phone was.
Oh,
the community phone. You had to like sit on top of the telephone pole and talk.
I never asked, but that could have been the case.
Well, you've been there. Did you see their phone?
I don't remember. Yes, I'm sure I did. I'm just for the sake of the story, I'm not going to act like I didn't see a phone there. I'm sure I don't specifically remember seeing a phone, but I'm
going to assume there was no phone. I'm going to assume they climbed a telephone pole. I hope they did. That'd be awesome. I would love to do that. And
you had to get water from the well. It had like a pump.
Like a pump? Really?
Yeah. Oh, can I tell one quick story about that?
Yeah, go for it.
So we had to go find a spring to dig for the well, and they had these dowering rods or whatever dowling rods.
Divining rods? Like that works? Like the divining
rods?
Like
I think divining rods are different than dowling rods.
Oh, maybe they are. I don't know. Because like I'm picturing the things, and when they cross, that means there's water.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, divining rods.
Yeah. Okay. So you are on top of this, and ordain? Yeah, divining. So Bill is correct. For those listening at home, I apologize.
I always thought that was like a TV thing. That really works. Like that does.
Yeah, it does. I don't know why, but it does.
Huh.
Anyway, so I decided I wanted to go look for wild animals in the forest while I was doing the little divining rod thing.
A little snipe hunt.
I found a dog.
Oh no!
And I gave it some like snacks in my pocket, and I gave it snacks, and I tied this little string around it, and I said, "Come with me, doggy." And I brought it into my grandparents' basement because they had a little basement, and the door open. You know, like the basement where it's like above the ground, and you can kind of open up to it.
Sure.
You guys don't have a lot of basements there. Okay, that's another Midwestern.
I have a basement.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bet your basement's better and more classy.
I mean, no, it's the basement.
Probably serves fried chicken meals, and
it does have a bulkhead. You can get in from the bulkhead or from the house.
Oh, you're a bulkhead guy.
I mean, I can also. It's also there's an entrance from the actual house. You know, I can be inside my house and go to my basement.
Fancy.
Or as we like to call it, New England.
Here goes one-upping me again. This East Coast one-upsmanship. But the basement. So the basement door.
Yeah.
I went in the door with my newfound dog. I walked inside. My grandparents were there. They all stopped and stared at me, and they told me to stay very calm and turn around and let the animal go. Because apparently it was not a dog; it was a coyote.
Ah, yes. And it just let you tie a rope around its neck?
I gave it food, Bill. I think it thought I was bringing it to more food.
Was this during the day?
Yes.
You realize if a coyote's out during the day,
I didn't realize anything. Rabid. I didn't even realize it was a coyote, Bill.
Oof.
But what happens when they're on the day?
A lot of times they're rabid because they're nocturnal. Like you usually only see coyotes at night. So like coyote during the day is a troubling thing to come across.
Is that true?
In my experience, I'm not saying they're never out during the day. I'm just saying typically they're nocturnal.
While primarily nocturnal, they are opportunistic and will hunt, travel, or forage during daylight hours. Daytime activity is particularly common in spring and summer, and this is what it was, as they're hunting to feed its pups.
Right.
So,
yeah. I mean,
so it wasn't rabid. It was a new father. So, oh God, Bill, this makes us sad now. This was a father out trying to feed its kids,
and you kidnapped it.
And the only reason it went with me is because I thought it thought I was gonna give him more food so he could feed his family.
But on the bright side, it didn't bite your face off.
That is a plus. But that's also sad.
Damn. Yeah, it's not great, but could be worse.
Okay, well, I'd like to preface to end this story that I didn't even know it was a coyote. So I had no idea it was even a father. Okay.
You did nothing wrong. I'm just happy you weren't injured.
I appreciate that. I've done a lot stupider in my life, so I'm just happy I wasn't injured in any of those.
And a coyote is basically a dog anyway. No one's ever. I think I looked
it's a canine.
It's a canine. I looked into this once. Don't ask me why, but I did. There's only like one confirmed human death from a coyote, or maybe an adult human death. Like they can't really kill a person.
Well, there we go. See, I wasn't stupid.
So you could have you might have gotten mauled, but you wouldn't have died.
Yeah. Coyotes, they are from the dog family.
Yeah. No, I know that. I know. I'm just saying.
So
they're basically a dog.
I basically found a dog, Bill.
Yeah, you just found a bigger dog.
Yeah, just a bigger, more feral,
possibly rabid dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Just run of the mill. All right, Bill. We're almost to an hour and a half. Do you want to get some smash or trash? I feel like we have to do one smash or trash just because this poor bastard's been trying to get on this whole time, and we've told it to shut up. We told it to go away. It wasn't your time. But Popeyes, I'd like to say now at an hour and 30 minutes in here, this is your time. Bill, these are headed to stores.
So everyone, we got Popeyes, cheddar, Cajun cheddar, and homestyle biscuit mix going to be in stores. Kind of like you can get the mix for the Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster, which I have never in my life that I know of had a Cheddar Bay biscuit at Red Lobster, but I bought them the mix recently to make with like a chicken stew that I made, and they were fine. But Cajun cheddar, I love anything Cajun. So,
did you? So you've had this before?
What the Popeyes biscuits?
No, you said you bought the mix to put it in something.
The Cheddar Bay biscuits. Yeah, I made like a chicken stew and I wanted to float a biscuit on top.
So they've made Cheddar Bay biscuit mix already?
Yeah, that's been around for a while.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I don't make biscuits.
I don't usually either. But I'd seen it around. That's why I decided to get it. But this Cajun, I love Cajun stuff. Like I love that. Like this is why I do love Popeyes. Like I love anything. Like Cajun seasoning is some of my favorite seasoning. So like,
yeah, Cajun is the best.
And their home style biscuits are good too. I would like these are a smash for me. Like I would make these.
Yeah, no.
If I was going to make biscuits at home, which is not my norm.
Yeah, I'm not going to make biscuits at home, and I'm never going to eat these. But I do recognize there are a lot of people who like biscuits, and I do recognize that there's a lot of people that like Popeye's biscuits. So in that frame of reference, I'm going to say we give this a resounding. It's not double smash, Bill.
Double
there you
smash.
Go. You get it. You got the video.
I love it. I love the double smash.
And it actually played in a somewhat reasonable time period. Bill, this is just news I want to share with you real quick to wrap this all up. It's not necessarily smash or trash. I saw this for a lawsuit against the Taco Bell app.
How dare they?
Yeah, and I thought, oh boy, what did Taco Bell do? And if people listening at home, I'm going to do this time. It is an ad that basically says, "Have you ordered Taco Bell delivery? Look closer," which is very ominous. So I have ordered Taco Bell delivery. So I was like, oh shit, what does this mean? So I looked into it, Bill. Let me read this to you.
Oh boy.
Taco Bell app allows customers to order delivery directly, but some users claim that the total price is fully disclosed until the final checkout. So I think they're talking about taxes and like delivery fees. What's more, the fee does not include a potential tip for delivery that gets added on, which further increases prices. So they're positing that someone ordered delivery. First of all, they didn't know that anything they order in fast food is going to have taxes on it. And they ordered Taco Bell delivery. First, they didn't know taxes, and now they're wondering why a tip was added to a fucking delivery order.
But like, all right, so I have never ordered Taco Bell delivery because there's a Taco Bell a quarter of a mile from my house, and I would feel bad about myself if I couldn't get my fat ass a quarter of a mile over to Taco Bell. So I've never ordered delivery, but I've ordered delivery from like other delivery apps, and it doesn't force a tip on you. You choose to add a tip, and yeah, you're right. The final, you don't know about the taxes and fees until the final screen, but like you usually have to confirm your order then. Like it doesn't like tell you after you've paid for it. So, I mean, PRC, if you've ordered from the Taco Bell, if you've ordered delivery from the Taco Bell app, was there anything that you saw that was sketchy? Because I feel like these are people who are either stupid and don't know how to use an app.
It's exactly that.
Because like you had the opportunity to not. Also, let's be honest. You're whining that maybe it automatically applied a tip. If you didn't tip your delivery driver, you're an asshole.
You're the biggest asshole on the history of Earth,
and you don't deserve your Taco Bell. So there's
actually, I'm going to go as far as to say, Bill, if you ordered delivery and you didn't tip, and you didn't think there's going to be a tip, just get off the show. We don't.
Yeah, if you don't tip your delivery drivers, don't listen.
We don't want non-tippers.
Yeah, don't listen. Just kidding. Please listen, like and subscribe and all that. But if you don't want to tip your delivery driver, go pick it up yourself. You have that option. And don't be like, I hate tip culture. There is an argument to be made that tip culture is out of control, but it shouldn't be expected that a delivery driver doesn't get an incentive for delivering something to you. If you are paying, the tip is part of the convenience fee. It's like if you need milk and the grocery store is closed, so you go to 7-Eleven. You're paying a markup from getting it at a convenience store because it's a convenience store. It's convenient, and it is open when the other stores are not, and you pay a premium for that convenience. So if somebody delivers you food, you have paid for a convenience, and you must pay accordingly, and that constitutes a tip.
They don't call it the fundamental rights store, Bill.
Right.
And another thing, one thing I want to throw, if you don't tip on your delivery order, not only you're an asshole, you're not going to see that food for God knows when.
No, you're the last person it'll be cold and inedible. And especially as we've talked about, Taco Bell doesn't reheat well. So if you're getting Taco Bell delivery, you want that ASAP. So you better tip and make it worth their while. Like in some universe, if I was going to order delivery from the Taco Bell a quarter of a mile from my house, I would still tip them even though they only had to go a quarter of a mile, because it's crazy to think that like they should do it just for the pleasure of delivering it to me.
Yeah, even if they don't have to drive, Bill, like they have to go to the restaurant, they have to wait for the order, which is time. They have to pick up the order. They have to verify it. They have to do all this bullshit that the new delivery companies make them do. And then they have to drive a quarter mile. They've already done stuff before. Like it's just you gotta tip for your own sake to get your food.
But if anyone out there wants to have the discussion that tip culture has gone a little bit out of control, let me know. I'll have that discussion with you, because you're right to an extent.
Yes.
But there are not all situations are equal, and there are other considerations. So like tip your delivery drivers. This lawsuit's bullshit. If you've ever ordered anything, like you know all the fees before you hit that confirm button. It is not my fault that your dumbass hit confirm without reading things. It's like not reading a contract. Sorry.
Yeah, no, this is so lawsuits. I've always said there are some where the contract is not particularly as valid. We'll have to talk to Darren about this. But like if you go skydiving and they just forget to put the parachute in the backpack, it doesn't matter that they say we are not responsible for injury or death or anything. Your ass is getting sued and you're gonna fucking lose.
Yeah, most indemnification probably doesn't cover like gross negligence. So, but like it's not.
You're using big words. This sounds like this is in your wheelhouse.
It is in my wheelhouse. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I just as soon as you said that shit, I'm like, okay, Bill.
It is in
Bill's
fact
been down this road before.
Well, yes, in my professional life, but yeah. So, but like this is a frivolous lawsuit, and frivolous lawsuits are bad because anytime frivolous lawsuits cause. So what's going to happen is, right, if this is a class action lawsuit, it will ultimately be cheaper for Taco Bell. It depends, or if Taco Bell has balls, maybe they'll fight it, but it is generally cheaper to settle something like this and just get it over with than to litigate it, because now if you do lose your case, on top of, if you take it to trial, on top of the actual judgment, there could be like the punitive damages, so like the pain and suffering, quote unquote. And then so once a case is filed in most jurisdictions, interest starts accruing. So if the case doesn't go to trial for 4 years, it's been accruing interest all that time. So on top of the judgment, you pay the interest on whatever that judgment is, plus any punitive damages, and then you have to pay your attorney's fees, which to take anything to trial will be a 6-figure bill, especially for a company like Taco Bell, who I'm sure has attorneys who are not cheap. So like it's just not worth the risk. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the energy. So probably this will get settled, and that's a shame. And when things like this happen, that's why prices go up. So any of you out there who are just like, ooh, I'm a scumbag who wants to make a quick buck on this frivolous lawsuit. Like if you're someone who McDonald's coffee was too hot and you spilled it on your crotch and now you have burnt testicles, like you're the idiot who spilled it. But like they're going to pay you because it's easier than not. And now when your dollar menu goes to the $3 menu, this is why. So think twice before, just like insurance scams and all that shit. That's why insurance is high. Sorry, I'm on my soapbox about a non.
No, you're passionate. Like this isn't the Bean Pod story. This is passion right here.
But as a passionate, to relate it back to the actual subject of this podcast, if you are a fan of Taco Bell and you don't like my friend complained, I recommended the triple double crunch wrap to a friend of mine. She didn't order it because she thought it was $6.99 and she thought that was outrageous. Well, when inflation's already a bitch. If now you're losing lawsuits or paying out settlements, companies aren't in. This isn't UNICEF. It's a company. It's a for-profit institution. They're going to pass a law. If their costs go up, they're passing that on to the consumer.
Yeah.
Like it or not, that's just how it goes. So think twice before you want to bitch that you're too dumb to know what you're paying on an app because you're just so stoned and hungry that you hit buttons and had it delivered to you.
To sum it up. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying think twice because then that's why you have $7 crunch wraps.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Don't go complaining to Mr. Bell when your shit's like $10 for a fucking crunch wrap because you decide to sue because you can't read an app.
Yeah, Glenn Bell never anticipated that fucking monkey, the drunk college student, didn't know how to read the app.
What? Monkey? The drunk college?
I was trying to say Mikey and drunk at the same time, and it came out as Monkey. But his name, Mikey.
Mikey, the drunk college student.
Mikey, the drunk college student.
I thought you said Monkeeve, and I was like, this sounds
It came out like
personal.
Monkeeve, but it was it came out as Monkeeve because Mikey and drunk got morphed together to some weird ass word. That's how upset this has got me. I don't know how to talk anymore.
It sounded like some Sri Lankan guy named Monkeeve ordered
Monkeeve sounds like somebody's like butler. Monkeeve ordered Taco Bell delivery for the people in the house. I don't know. Yeah. In my head, it's some drunk college kid.
Yes.
In my head, it was like some drunk college kid who just like it's too stupid to read it, and now they're pissed off they spent an extra $3.
That's exactly what happened. And they weren't going to tip. Drunk college kids weren't.
No. I always did. When I was a drunk college kid, I always tipped. I'll never forget one time. There was one Chinese. I went to school in Boston, and there was one Chinese restaurant that was open till like 4 a.m. So like after a certain point, it was the only food around, and it was terrible, but like you made do. One time I came back from the bar hammered, and I ordered $50 worth of Chinese food.
Fuck yeah, Bill.
And passed out on the floor of my apartment. I woke up to 20 missed calls from this driver. Pissed off. And somehow he stayed. Or maybe he came back. I honestly don't remember. This was 15 years ago and I was drunk. He was so pissed off. I tipped that man like a king because he delivered me my shitty lobster sauce at 3 a.m. after waiting for 30 minutes.
I did the same thing freshman year of college. I ordered a pizza and passed out, and I woke up to a bunch of like calls from who's the person that sleeps down or stays down, a resident advisor.
We called them proctors, but yeah, they could have had
the RA or whatever they called them. Like, just like, hey, the guy from Papa John's is down here. Hey, he's still down here. Hey, you need to pay for this. Could you come down here? Hey, please wake up. And then the worst one was I was so passed out. The one was like, we came up and knocked on your door. If you are not home, please let us know. And I was like, I was just gone. And I came downstairs. I was like, hey, is that pizza still here?
Then you have to order a new pizza. Here. And this is the days before you're paying on an app. So you might be.
No, I was paying in cash.
Yeah, you were probably paying in cash. So these guys just get stiffed back in the day.
If I didn't pay in cash, then it would be like, he would probably just left it at the RA and just said, "Here, keep this." Right. And
but
shout
this
out
guy
to that
needed
driver.
you to get it.
Shout out to him for sticking to his guns and taking that pizza home.
Yeah,
he probably ate it, and he deserved to. That was immature of me. So sorry to that driver. I apologize.
Yeah, sorry to my driver too from the Chinese restaurant whose name I forget. But
Bill and I are only human. I think is the point of this.
We're only human. You know, you can only have so many Jim Beams on the rocks and stay awake for your Chinese food, you know? And if it sounds like that's a fancy thing for a college student to order, number one, Jim Beam is not fancy. And number two, the bar. So I lived in this like a tall building on Huntington Ave in Boston. And there was a bar literally on the next block, like right across the street.
Okay.
And it was this dive bar that like, it was a beloved bar that is now closed, but they had $5 Jim Beams on the rocks. And like in Boston, even back then, and like, you know, this was probably around 2010. Even then, like $5 for a
No,
a
that's
drink
a good deal.
was cheap. So like a beer was probably the same price, but you got drunker faster on Jim Beam.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're ordering Jim Beam. So I probably had 10 Jim Beams on the rocks.
And that's all it was in college is you're just trying to find whatever could get you the most fucked up for the least amount of money.
Yeah, because you had unless you had rich parents, which I did not. You had no money. Like you had whatever, if you had a job, you had whatever money you had from your like shitty part-time job. I mean, again, this is minimum wage in 2010 was still only like $8 an hour. So like you probably weren't making much more than that. Federal minimum wage, yeah, but like state minimum wage would supersede it. But so you weren't making shit for money. So
no, but
do what you had to do.
And Bill, when you were talking about the exorbitant tipping culture, I know exactly what you're talking about, and we won't get into it because we're close to 2 hours. But it's I know it's when you ordered a pizza or ordered something for pickup, you drive all the way through rush hour traffic to pick it up. And you pay for it, and then they turn the thing around, and it says, "Would you like to tip?"
I actually generally will tip for pickup a little bit. I'm going to tell you why real quick, but I don't, not as much as I tip a delivery driver. It's like a much smaller tip because my brother for a long time worked at a Chinese restaurant, and when he graduated to being, when he became a delivery driver, like he would make tips and he actually made really good money. Like some nights he would come home with like $300, believe it or not. But before he was a delivery, before they let him deliver, he was a packer. He just packed the orders, and the packers got a share of the tips from the pickup. So there was a tip jar like at the pickup, at the whatever hostess station, whatever you want to call it, that those tips were split between the packers and the hostess. So before my brother was making, better money as a delivery driver, this is when he was in like high school and like early like 20s years,
Yeah.
Before then, that was like, he was making like $8 an hour. So like he kind of depended on those tips, and they weren't that big to begin with. So just knowing that my brother depended on those, I will tip a little bit for pickup, not a ton, but a little bit. But when they flip the thing and it defaults to 20%, and like, maybe you picked up a $50 order, but I'm not going to tip $10 for pickup. I'm just not.
Well, now you make me look like an asshole, Bill.
No, you're not. No,
I thought I was spot on.
No, you are. No, you are spot on. I'm only saying it because I'm not the norm. My point is that like, it is okay not to tip for. When I tell people this, they think I'm crazy, and I think by and large they're right. I think most people don't tip for pickup. I think that's perfectly reasonable, not tipping for pickup, because you tip because a service was done to you, not just the food was cooked. So no, I'm not trying to make you look bad. You are the more reasonable of us. I'm the dummy throwing money away.
You're a good guy, Bill. You got a good heart.
Thank you. I try. Yeah. Treat everyone like you'd like to be treated,
Yeah. Which is why I like to choke. On that note,
we'll talk more about that another time.
We are in after hours. We're way in after hours. Oh yeah.
We'll choke you, and choke you for a tip.
Yeah, if you're listening, I like to be treated, or I like to treat like I like to be treated. So I choke you to say hello. I hope I get the same in return, man.
Oh man.
Speaking of after hours,
I was just gonna say this. Just put up the Torta Pounders again. Torta Pounders logo. We'll tweet it out or something too for people who just looked at just started listening on the podcast feed. But let us know what you think. We think we're onto something with these Torta Pounders shirts.
I'm gonna take a picture.
We'll take a picture.
And this is gonna be like one of those no contest tweets things. Like stick around for episode tomorrow. But yeah. So, with choking and Torta Pounders, I think we've summed up food pretty well today. I learned a lot about your state today, Bill, and I'd like to thank you.
Thank you. I learned a lot about your state too, and I'd like to thank you. I really want to go to the I just forgot the name, the chicken place.
The Hollyhock Hill.
I want Hollyhock Hill, and I've wanted for years the pork tenderloin sandwich.
Okay. Well, when you come to Indiana, we will do the pork tenderloin and some sugar cream pie, which I did not mention, but as the official state pie. It's basically like a Southern buttermilk pie, but for Northern Indiana, Midwestern Indiana.
And can I just shout out real quick the Rhode Island foods we didn't get to? Clam cakes. Google what they are. They're delicious.
But they're not really clams, probably.
No, there are clams in them. There are clams in them. They're like a fritter with Google them. They're delicious. Dell's frozen lemonade, which is the best frozen drink on the planet. Those are the clam cakes. But the one thing I do want to shout out, because it goes with the theme of Rhode Island doing a thing that's what everyone else does, but different, and calling it our own. Rhode Island style chowder was on my list, and that is clam chowder with a clear broth, no cream, just clam broth. So Google it. It's delicious. It's better than that bullshit Manhattan chowder with the tomatoes.
Let me see if
that's all I have to say.
Do I have the clam chowder just to take us home?
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I think I accidentally labeled it party pizza.
Or biscuits. Nope, it's party pizza.
I labeled the party pizza, it appears. Party pizza 1? One of these party pizzas has got to be the clam chowder.
If not, no big deal. People can Google it. I just thought it was funny that you made fun of me for like all of our stuff being like some variation, and I did it again. I just wanted to throw that out there.
That's okay. It's just going to be all party pizza.
That's right.
This is Popeyes all over
Google
again.
Rhode Island. Yeah, Google Rhode Island style clam chowder.
All right. Once again, we'd like to thank the Fun Squad for hosting us. If you're still here 2 hours into this and us going on tangents about coyotes and tipping, but that's the show. That's basically the show. That's what we do.
That's the show, and that's what we like.
We love it. So, BBC episode 10 is next week. We'll give you a teaser when we get a theme, but I'm pretty. I think it'll be fun, and we do, just to keep everybody in the loop. Memorial Day weekend, we might be having a special one, which could be fun. So keep your calendar open for Memorial Day. And Bill,
working on something special.
We'll talk about this in post. Next Sunday is Mother's Day. I don't know what you do, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, but we'll deliver an episode to you somehow, some way, because that's what we're like to tie this all together. We're the quahog. We're the rose that came from the concrete. We're the quahog that came from Lake Michigan. We're the Cleveland steamer that rose from the lake.
All right, and that's the show, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.